Sorry about that, my mic was muted. Well, welcome everybody. As qualifying just started, we are here at Chicagoland for the first race of the DDIRL Arca series. Up on screen now, you do have the info for this league. It is a 8:30 Eastern Standard Time start time with 9 lap races, but does have a time limit of 90 minutes. Stage at 50% of each race with no caution. Season long championship format. 2.5K iRating cap with 1 drop race. And that is the Discord link if anybody is interested in joining. To the right of that, we have the schedule. We're here at Chicagoland tonight for 100 laps. Next week, we're at Old Atlanta. And then we start the season off at Richmond. As they're doing qualifying right now. We'll see anybody on track. So we got Philip Beaver on screen now. Well. Looks like Brandon Lowes is on track now also. It's got about a minute and a half left to qualifying. Lowes goes 13 fastest there. Right now it does look like Eric is going to be at the top there. As there's no one on track now. Well, as we wait for them to finish up qualifying here, it looks like there's nobody on track. Just double check. But yeah, these Arca cars are great fun. Looking forward to watching these guys tonight. Have my eyes on a few people who run on Friday nights. But I will welcome you all to the VRN network. We do cover a lot of different races. We do have a race after this that will be going live about 30 minutes after. That is the MRL Cup car, which this is the DDIRL is the sister league, or in kind of the league to get into that league, kind of as we do have qualifying results up now. As we have Eric Gambrill taking pole, Tommy Fox joining him on the outside, Zach Panzarella 3rd, Patrick Cowgill 4th, Jordan Finnegan 5th, Stephen Shu 6th, Jacob Mayu 7th, Alex Foster 8th, Brendan McLaughlin 9th, Joey C. Quinn 10th, Jerry Rose 11th, Chris Cowgill 12th, Brandon Lowes 13th, Marcus Albach 14th, Philip Sanchez 15th, Lucian Thompson 16th, John P. Smith 17th, Philip Beaver 18th, Brandon Steele 19th, Larry Eddy 20th, and Daniel Yount 21st, David Palmer 22nd, and Joshua Nunes 23rd. get going here. Getting ready to start here, as here we go. There we go, and here we go. We'll take a look at as they go around the race info. As we're here at Chicagoland Speedway, track mile and a half. Track tip is 103, quite a hot one today. Should be a fun one to call. As we are coming around onto the backstretch for the start of the race. Here we go. Pace car is in now. Flagman has a restart.
Green flag,
and
green
we
flag.
are green. Looks like Tommy Fox got a great jump on the outside. It's Eric's on the inside. Panzarella looked to be close to pushing Eric there. So we are too wide going into one. Eric is going to get that run on the bottom as Patrick Cowgill goes to the inside of Tommy Fox, and we're 3 right behind him. Looks like we're back to single file. Watch Eric take this first lap lead. As Panzarella looks to the inside of Eric there, goes down to the apron. They are too wide going in the one. This looks like Eric is going to keep that. We're going to go further back in the field. Now we got Thornton spinning in for the battle of 5th place. Got a big car with 3 wide behind. That is Austin, and they're kind of again all back out. Go back to the wide lead. See everything. Looks like Panzarella did get the lead. Panzarella is up 2 spots as long as Patrick Cowgill. Teammate is in another league, but this is an exhibition race, so it's kind of everybody for himself tonight. So it looks like Jordan Finnegan is made up 2 spots too. Your big mover right now is Brandon. He's up 5 spots in the top 5. Brandon Lowles is not far behind him, and P6 moving up 7. As Patrick goes to the outside, and Zach Panzarella for the lead. See if Patrick can keep that line and get the run on the outside. Does look like Panzarella is going to keep the lead for the time being as Patrick does pull ahead there. It does look like Patrick is going to secure that 1st place spot. Let's take a look further in the back. It looks like Jerry Rose is the battle for P9 is pretty tight now, where the 0 of Shrew, Jerry Rose, and Foster are all fighting for that right now. Christopher Cowgill looks like to get passed by Philip Beaver. There we go. Eric Gamble's down 6 spots so far. Whoa, in the 17. I think it's Philip Sanchez. It's a huge run into the corner. That's a 0-0. I think that is Alex Foster pushing him down the front stretch. We are still 2 wide back here. We got a battle for the lead now. 2 wide. Patrick Calgill holding off Brandon now as their single file back and Brandon falls in single file. Panzarella on the wall there. Oh, that's corner thinking. Almost cuts the nose off of the. That is Lolis there. So we are 3 wide into 1. Coming out of 2, still 3 wide. Panzarella looks like he's going to get the spot for that. Panzarella's back up to 3rd now. Patrick is still holding off Brandon. Aaron Granville is making a recovery run now. He's side by side. I think that is Jake Up. Oh, my bad. That is Brennan. That's what I believe. They're still 2 wide. See if they can hold that run on the outside. Let's see if I can't get cockpit view of this battle. Oh, a contact there. Does look like that was did have a little bit of damage on the back there. We are still side by side, 10 laps into this race and 100 laps to go. And then we got Jacob and Jordan side by side, along with Eric and Brandon. It looks like Brandon did get the outside of Patrick there. And Panzarella brought Panzarella right back into this fight. We have the battle for first here. Brandon McGoggin is 8 spots up now. Panzarella's up 1, did get past Patrick there on the outside. Look back in the field as it still looks like Jordan Finnegan, the 46 of Gamble are still bowing out pretty hard. Come back up to the fight for P2. Panzarella and Calgill are side by side. Calgill is going to squeeze Panzarella on the outside there. Looks like Panzarella keep it out of the wall. It does keep it out of the wall. He's going to have a little bit better run. As Eric Gambrell just keeps holding an inside line. It's been quite impressive what he's able to maneuver there. That'd be Brandon Lolis. My bad for that. Eric sends Patrick 2 wide, holding that inside line. And it's going to stay even. Oh, Patrick comes off the wall a little bit. He pushes Gambrell down. We're now side by side as Lolis looks to the inside. What a move by Brandon Lolis. Gets past Eric, and it's even with Patrick Calgill. We are still side by side going to 1 and 2. Does look like Eric is going to hold that position for now. We'll look further back in the field as we're still side by side back here. Christopher Cowgill taking the double zero. Stephen Shrew side by side. Also, Alex Foster is side by side with Jacob. Oh, we got a car on the wall there. And we are 3 wide. Tommy Fox going the inside. Jerry Rose is pushing Jacob down the straight as he takes up 3 wide with some door rubbing for Chicago. Does look like Christopher is going to get by there. We take a look back up at the front. As it looks like we are 3 wide. Panzerell's able to hold him off a little bit longer. Patrick Howell gets him on the outside. Able to hold off Lois for a little bit longer as he's got air attacking on the attack now. And it has brought up Philip Beaver into this battle, who is up 11 spots so far. Great run from him. We got some movement back here. Tommy Fox trying to make a move on the 17 of Alex Foster. We are side by side from 9th place back. Looks like Jacob is going to slide up to the top as the 17 of Alex Foster is falling back a little bit. We're still side by side through the majority of this field as we'll go back up and look at this battle for the lead. Patrick Algiz gets pushed to the bottom. Contact. And Panzerell is looking to the inside of Brandon. Oh, can't make that move work, but is able to defend. It looks like Brandon and Patrick there. Brandon looks to the inside, sends it in deep. 3 wide and 3. As Brandon is able to make the move, as Panzerell looks to the inside, as we're 3 wide through the front stretch. Going 3 wide into 1. Panzerell better hold the bottom. Is he going to get? Oh, it looks like Panzerell's got to run. It looks like Brandon's going to hold the lead. Panzerell's kind of stuck on the bottom here. I'm not sure where he wants to be. Everybody seems to be winning the high line. Looks like Panzerell did not get a good run off of that one. So he's going to drop back a few spots as he kind of gets steamrolled. As we have another fight for the lead here. Brandon Lowell looking inside of Brandon. Did get a good run out of 2. See if he can do that again. 3 and 4. Does look like he's going to be able to complete the slide job here. As Brandon looks to the inside now. And Lois did get that lap led there. Lois able to keep that outside momentum and be able to stay in front as he is up 12 positions now. It does look like Lois. That last lap was about a little quicker. We gotta look at the battle behind. We're still 2 wide. Leighton Perez got back to the top, Patrick Cagler to the bottom. Here we go. Brandon gets in the wall. We are 3 wide. Panzarella is kind of the faster here, unless he was sitting 4 wide. He's being very patient, but he could just push one of them. We're still 3 wide, going into 1 and 2. Calgo on the bottom. Looks like Brandon is going to get the worst of that. As Eric Gambrel now takes over 2nd place. Patrick Calgo in 3rd. Brandon in 4th. Panzarella in 5th. And Phil Beaver still in 6th, just outside the top 5. Look back here. Jerry Rose holding that lead for the battle for P7. They kind of seem to all kind of calm down just a hair. Brandon Lawless now has over a half-second gap. Looks like that Queen Air. He looks like the fastest car on track right now. We'll get some driver details up here. Patrick Calgo. Oh, big wreck here.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Eric Gambrel, we'll go take a look at that. Take a look at what happened here. First caution of the Arca series. Here we go. Patrick Calgo to the inside. Looks like, oh, gets to the wall. Patrick Calgo gets to the look. Like he just came up a little more into his unfortunate for Eric there. Does look like he kept it out of the inside wall, which is good. It should go back. This. Okay, let's go back up to. And then, as I will take this first caution, and we'll see before if anybody takes opportunity for the pits. So it looks like everybody's going to come down into the pits here. Got our timings up at the bottom. Let's see, and Wallace looks to be taking at least 2. But as they cycle through, we're going to for this on the screen for the moment. And this is the DDI merchandise. They have some really good shirts. They have lanyards. They have basically everything you could want for wearing, and they have keychains, key lanterns. But if you can just go check them out, that would be much appreciated. But it does look like they're coming out of the pits now. This looks like Brandon is going to take the lead again. Trying to see if I can find his pit time. Does look like Brandon did have a slightly better pit time. In the box only took 14.35. He was 4/10 faster than Brandon Lawless, and he was about 2/10 faster in total time in the pit lane. Does look like Stephen Shrew is repairing some damage as they are lining up to go green this time by. Here we go, coming out of 2 now. As it looks like everybody looks to be taking 4 this time by. But And it is going to be Brandon that will have the start in the restart zone. Here we go. Sorry about that.
Green flag, green flag.
And here we go, back green. Brandon gets a good jump there. So it looks like Panzarella got a good jump too. This looks like Lois is going to be able to hold it out maybe. Oh, cold tires. Panzarella might be able to get a better run. Brandon is going to hold that lead for the first time, and Panzarella is going to take over second place. We're 2 wide further back in the pack. Patrick Calgo does not look like to be having a good restart there. All the way down to P9. Jerry Rose takes him on the inside. Patrick Calgo gets in the wall. Oh, and Tommy Fox huge in the wall. Has damage. No caution, though. So he is going to take it down pit road. As Brandon Lois looks to the inside of Zach Panzarella. Pretty sure on these fresh tires he might be able to pull the slide job off. Looks like Panzarella's going to stay on the outside. Still, Beaver is pushing Panzarella down the straightaway. Here we go. Lois takes a very low line, and Christopher Cowgill all the way up to P5, up 7 positions now. Philip Beaver is your big gainer so far, 14 positions. Down the field. We are 2 wide back here. We are coming to 44 to go. That Buck's having a decent race, up 6 positions right now. He is fighting Jerry Rose for P7. There's your stats for the battle for 5th place. Let's take one more look at the front as Zach Panzarella is 2 wide, going to 1 with Philip Beaver. Philip Beaver on the inside, Zach Panzarella on the outside. And Brandon Lois makes it 3 wide. Philip pulls up behind Panzarella. It's now still stuck in a battle with Brandon Lois. As Brandon Lois has ascended into the bottom there, is able to stick it there and kind of just keep that momentum going through the corner. As Chris Chicago is just kind of sitting back watching this whole battle go on. As Philip goes to the outside, Panzarella on the inside. Panzarella doesn't look like that, but he had a decent run out of there. Here we go, Panzarella. Malgret says that kind of second lane down from the top. Brandon Lois is all the way down at the bottom. It's even with them. Alex Foster seems to be making some passes back here. Here we go. Looking for 17 of Foster. Looks like he's going to fall in behind the Joshua, it looks like. We'll go back up here. So it looks like Panzarella did lose position to Lois. Lois is on a hard charge right now. That's Brandon, his gap is 2/10. Wallace is making up about 2/10 on Phillip there. Just going into the corner was back about 4/10 before going into it. Not have him. Good one. He's all the way back down back in 12. As Phillip looks to the inside of our leader. Still sticking. Doing a little bit of defending also. So it looks like Brandon is going to hold it on for at least one more lap. Panzarella looks outside of Wallace, see if he's able to make the run to get even with them. Oh, and Panzarella into the wall. As Phillip Beaver gets even with Brandon, which is for the lead. As they are still side by side going through the front stretch. It does look like Brandon is going to have the speed to cover him off. And there goes Lois and Panzarella on the outside of Phillip. Lois sends it in the corner. 20 clear. And gets the lead. A little bit of blocking. Let's see if he's able to hold on the outside here in turn one. What a race for battle for basically from top 5 here. It is a, I believe, a 8-car battle at the moment. A 9-car battle actually. All the way to P9, they're still pretty close together. So look here, the leader now has got about a 2/10 lead. Panzarella is only Panzarella is battling Phillip here again. So we look behind him, Chris Talgill and Philip Sanchez are fighting it out. Talgill into the wall. As Patrick Talgill looked to pit early. I missed that, but he is sitting in 17th, I believe, 1 lap down. Yes, 1 lap down. Let's see if I can figure out what happened there.
Alright, man, caution is out.
And caution is out. As it looks like Jacob is off the track. We'll go back and take a look at that. Got Jerry Rose and Jacob there. Oh, and just a little bitty tap sends them around to bring up the second caution of the night. Unfortunate. Doesn't look like too much damage. Doesn't look like. Did get on the wall, so not sure what's going to do to the cooling. So we come back to our leader, see if anybody takes this time to pit again. Does look we're gonna have everybody that's not a lap down, it looks like, stay out. Does look like Joshua News is gonna stay out. So Patrick Calgo gets Lucky Dog able to go back around. Let's see who wins this race off of pit road. Looks like it's going to be Panzarella with a pit time of 7 seconds. Looks like Panzarella, Chris Calgill, and Eric Ambrose all either only took fuel or right sides only, with the rest of the field looks like taking 4 tires. So we'll go through the field now. Just introduce her. It looks like Joshua is going to just take a lead lap and come now down into the pits, which will make Zach Panzarella your leader, and we'll give Tommy Fox that much needed. Or maybe Tommy Fox will be the leader. Oh, Tommy Fox is lap down. He is getting the wave around. Have Zach Panzarella, your leader, with Chris Calgo on the outside, Eric on the inside row 2, Brandon outside row 2, Bill Beaver inside row 3, Mark Zybach outside. That will round out your top 5, as Panzarella is going to be your control car for this restart. As we come to the line, we should have 50 to go. And here we go, coming to the restart zone. Pace car is in. And Panzarella
Green, green, green.
takes it about the middle, gets a good jump. Calgo does not get a good jump. Neither does Eric, as he is now getting passed by Bill Beaver. We are 3 wide into 1. It looks like Patrick's taking him 3 wide further back. Filing out now. Panzarella got a good jump. That's Chris Calgill after that. Looks like Will Spin Restart is back on the charge again. Panzarella taking all the way down to that yellow line on the apron. Here we go. This looks like Philip is going to take 2nd place from Chris. Chris is kind of falling back a little bit. Outside of 3 wide. Oh, getting squeezed up there. We're 3 wide. 2 rows back. Oh, contact. Made a car around. That is.
Alright, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
That is a big one. As we will go back and watch that happen again. Let's see who that was. Tommy. 78 of, I think that is Finnegan. There we go. Oh, bounces off car inside. Oh, and just gets unfortunate. Oh, it hit him. Big one there, nowhere to go. A lot of people involved in that one. Missing a bunch. Go back live. Oh, looks like Jerry Rose is having a tough time now driving backwards on track. Anyway, we'll go to your leader. Let him figure that out as we go. So we now are our third caution. It does look like we're gonna maybe have some pit takers. Let's see who comes into the pits. Doesn't look like anybody. Oh, we got Tommy Fox. 46, so I believe that's Eric. So there's your only two takers. So we go back up front. It is Phil Beaver, Brandon Lowell, and Zach Panzarella, your top three. Here we go, third caution of the night. And some great races so far. Take a look to see if track has gone down 1 degree since the start of the race. Now 2 degrees. We're down to 99 degrees. Winds calmed down a little bit. It's jumping between 5 and 7 miles per hour. Here we go, 2 wide. Getting ready for the restart here. Coming down the back stretch. Ezra warmed up his tires there. Space car is in. Here we go. Green flag, here we go. Philip gets a good jump, so does Brandon. Slides out in front of Panzarella. Oh, is Patrick's getting squeezed back there. Here we go, side-by-side action here in P8. Chicagoland hits the apron a little bit, unsettles the car. So look back up to the front. Looks like Panzarella's going to lose one more spot to Steven Shue. Philip Beaver now has control of this race, kind of control the pace now. He's got all the clean air he wants. Floats up a little bit. And Lois to the inside. Side-by-side action back here. Chris Cowgill and Philip Sanchez. And Patrick Cowgill, 3 wide. Jacob, we're still 3 wide. Jacob, Patrick, Cowgill. I'll line up, oh, big squeeze. Panzarella lost another spot to Sanchez there. So that's alright. Cowgirls will drop out of that. That's a 17 of Alex Foster. Looking the inside of Christopher Cowgill. Patrick still side by side with Jacob, able to H out just a little more to keep that spot for this lap. As it looks like Beaver and Wallace are keeping it. Wallace is keeping up. Beaver now. It does look like Patrick is still holding on the bumper of Panzarella there. 3 wide, 3 and 4. A little big squeeze. Looks like a little bit of contact. So 13 of Mark Zabak's trying to have him to be patient there. Big squeezing happening here. And Jake looks to the inside again. Patrick on the outside. Same as Mark Zabak on the inside of Panzarella. Panzarella's going to lose that spot. As Christopher's on the inside. Tommy Fox on the outside of Christopher Cowgill. Does look like he's going to get that spot there. So we go back up to Panzarella. They're still side by side. Coming out of 2. Phillips still holding on to that lead now. Kind of got a 3-car battle for P1 as Philip Sanchez looks like he is reeling him in just a hair. We'll take a look back here to the wide camera view. And we are side by side again. Mark Zabak. Side by side inside, getting squeezed down to the bottom. It looks like Jacob is going to have the run on the outside. As Panzarella still looks like he's struggling with those tires. So Tommy Fox looks to the inside. Looks like Mark's going to fall in behind. And now side by side with Alex Foster. Go. And it looks like Patrick is just kind of running, holding on to 5th place. Doesn't look like Jacob's able to 3 wide. A little spread out now. Looks like they're gonna get that sorted out. The leaders are still just slowly pulling away from this pack. Oh, look at this winking car. Goes Patrick's now side by side with Jacob. Oh, it looks like Jacob's gonna fall in behind. Jacob. Alex Foster takes advantage of him falling back. Goes the inside of turn 1 and 2. Now Mark's on the inside of Jacob. Here we go, side by side into 3. Does look like Mark's gonna be able to pull. Oh, nope, gets the run. Mark is going to be able to pull a slide drop there, but Jacob should have the run to cut to the bottom if Mark doesn't block it off. That's Tommy Fox in the 41. Yeah, that's left car. Yeah. As Tommy Fox tries to get in front of him to join this battle for, oh, lights up there. So we still have the battle for P5 here, going strong. It does look like up at the front, Steven Shrew is on the outside of Brandon Lowell, trying to take that 2nd place. Does take 2nd place. Looks to the area outside for 1st. Brandon Lowell is on the inside. Still on that outside. Looks like he's going to be able to hold on to 2nd place. Yes, he does. Phil Beaver still your leader. We go back to P5. Looks like Jacob was able to make that pass. Here we go. They're getting single file back there, so we'll go back up to the front here. Steven Shrew and Brandon Wallace are fighting for P2. As Phil Beavers now leaked out his gap to 4/10. As Panzarella is now coming out of the pits, a lap down, and hope for a caution now. Still side by side. It looks like Lois lost. Now battling for P3 with Philip Sanchez. As Philip Beaver now has this gap almost up to 6 minutes. Those guys, they want to catch him. We're going to have to just sort it out single file and try to catch back up with the draft. As Lois looks to the inside again, Steven Shrew. Does look like he is. Brandon is going to take back second place. As here we go. See if Lois can track down Philip Beaver here. He's been able to just kind of cruise at his own pace for about 6 or 7 laps now. Kind of look back here as we're too wide Tommy Fox. Jerry Rose is fighting with the 17 of Alex Foster. We'll still come back up here as we have a fight for P3 and P1 coming up now. Here we go. See if Philip Sanchez can get anything done here. There now. So it does look like Brandon was able to get that gap down. Now 2/10 behind Philip. It looks like Philip Sanchez is just going to sit behind Steven and just try to catch back up to the guys in front. It's going to be a tall task in front of him with almost a second back now. Check in on Panzarella and Patrick Calgill are fighting for 12th and 13th as they're catching up to the 76 of Joe. Jerry Rhodes is about a turn ahead of him now to catch up. As Calgill's now down in the pits, I wonder if they don't have enough fuel to finish this race. Looks like Patrick is going to get that as we check back up with the leaders. Does look like Phil Beaver and Brandon Lowell are just going to stay single file here. Brandon Lowell just looking like he's just trying to get clean air there. Looks like Philip is dropping back a little bit from Steven. Mark Zabach is just kind of running a lone race here. He is 2 seconds back from the battle for podium. But he's got a second on losing a top 5 finish here tonight. As we have 24 to go. As Joe comes down now. Chris Calgill's coming out of the pits. Panzarella's. Calgill's still even. They are catching Jerry Rose now though. Shake it. Is now looks like it's kind of running Tommy Fox. Oh, we're side by side for the lead. Lois. Oh, he's gonna get it. Phil Beaver still holds on to first place on the outside. But Lois has been very good on the inside all race long. Phil still's gonna be able to get that run. Coming to 21 to go at the line. Lois wraps the wall, touches the wall. That might slow him down just enough for. Does look like Lois is going to get the lead there. As Mark dives down to the pits also. Does look like Philip is going to drop. Oh, Philip goes to the inside of Brandon Lois. And there goes Steven into the pits. I'm not sure these guys don't have enough fuel to make it. Oh, in contact! What a save by Brandon Lois. And that is going to get that gap up to 7/10 now. And Sanchez is looking like he is going to drop down to the pits now too. So they are coming on the lap car. Oh. 46 car, which is Eric, as Brandon Lois drops down to the pits. Phillips stays out to take one more lap ahead as we have 18 to go. Be detrimental right now if a caution came out for any of the guys who have pitted. We look for the battle for P4 at the moment. Patrick Calgo is having to get around Tommy Fox. Tommy Fox comes down in the pit road. Panzarella's about 6/10 back as Philip Beaver comes down now too. Does look like Brandon is going to, Patrick and Panzarella are going to get to potentially the net lead here. See where they come out at. As here comes Philip Beaver now out of the pits. Looks like Patrick Calgill is going to get the lead. Zach Panzarella in second, but Philip Beaver looks like he is going to have fresh 4 sets of tires for these last 17 laps to go. See what he can do on those. We'll look here at your new leader, Patrick Calgill. Steven is now in third. Philip Sanchez right on his tail as they're side by side for third place. As here we go, coming to 15 to go here. As Lois and Beaver, Lois is almost 5 seconds back now. And Beaver is almost 6 seconds. It's going to be a tall task for them to gain that in 15 laps. As they are still side by side for third place. As here comes Brandon Lois. He's made up 4/10 last lap. Still making up time through the corners. And it looks like Lois only took 2 tires on that pit stop. Cool. As Lois is now looking the inside, Philip Sanchez. Sanchez is defending his 4th place hard now. And here goes Lois. Looks like he might be able to get past Steven here if he keeps that speed up. Is going to get 4th place though. So we take a look back at our leaders. Lois now 3 seconds, but Panzarella is shortening that gap down only 3/10. Take a look at Philip Beaver. He's also now gotten past Mark Zabot. So now he is on the drive to catch up to the cars in front, as well as looks the inside of Steven. All the way down to the apron. Steven still keeping that nose back in front, as Lois sends it into turn 1. Steven able to keep equal. Lois is getting a good run out of 2. So it looks like Panzarella is looking for the inside to the lead. Battle for the lead now as we come to 11 to go. And here we go. Panzarella gets a nose in front. Stays even. Slides back in behind. As Lois is now gotten past Steven. Got about 1.4 second gap coming 10 to go to the line. Panzarella did get that lap led. Panzarella is now your leader. As Patrick takes that lead back now. As Lois is now only 0.8 seconds away. But Philip still got a battle. Steven, you didn't make it easy for Lois to get through, so I doubt he's going to make it easy for Philip. Panzarella goes back to run that outside lane. Lois does have about 20 lap newer tires than these 2 guys in the front, as he does get past Panzarella there. And Patrick's on the defense. So here we go to the inside. Lois is gonna make it work. Lois is your new leader with 8 to go now. That car up ahead, got to be careful here. Lois does get by him pretty easily. Panzarella looks to the inside of Patrick Calgill. Beaver gets behind. Battle for 4th place now. So we can't get both of these battles at once. Patrick Calgill in the wall. Panzarella is going to take 2nd place. Gets ahead. Phil Beaver, it looks like Steven is still able to just rip that outside to stay even. Panzarella goes down to the apron to defend his 2nd place. With 6 to go. Patrick looking to the outside. Panzarella down to the bottom. Philip Beaver, just a little squeeze there, has to drop in behind. Beaver looks to the outside of Steven Shrew. As Philip Sanchez is now on a tear. We have a 5-car battle for 2nd place. As Brandon Lois has a 1 second lead. To the inside of Patrick Calgill, Steven goes. Squeeze him up high. Philip pushes Steven. Still 3 wide going into 3. Patrick didn't get a good run into 3. Steven on the outside of Phillip. Steven going down low to block Phillip's run. Here we go, 4 to go. Panzarella's holding that second place. As Steven does take 3rd place. As Phillip, Sanchez, and Patrick are fighting for the sorting of the top 5. 3 wide. They sort that out, still side by side, Patrick Calgill and Phillip Beaver. As Panzarella is kind of just holding on to 2nd place. Steven does have about 12 lap newer tires than Panzarella does, and did take 4. As Phillip to the inside of Patrick Calgill into 3. As we come to 2 to go. Patrick holding on to that 4th place pretty strong. Panzarella is holding that lead. 3/10 gap. Oh! Patrick turned! With 2 to go, caution!
Caution is out.
Unfortunate for Brandon Lois. Coming to the lap for the white flaggers. We're going to get our first green-white checkered of the DDIRL Arca League. As let's go take a look back at what happened here. So we get Chopper up. Side by side. Looks like Patrick gets, oh, Patrick bounces off the wall. Unfortunate for Patrick Calgill. Oh, and hits the wall. I think they do get one fast repair here, but hopefully he hasn't used it yet. As let's see what these guys do. See if anybody, if they had the fuel for green, white, checkered, or if anybody has a set of tires. Patrick Algo is going to be sorted back out into 10th. Unfortunate. So as Zach Panzarella and Brandon Lois come down, Phillip Beaver, Phillip Sanchez, Chris Calgill, Patrick Calgill, Mark and Steven stay out. Last pit was lap 80 and 79, so they're going to have 21 lap old tires here. Same as Tommy Fox, who I think pitted lap 83, so he's a little bit better shape than they are. And so these guys are going to have, guys who pitted are going to have about, as Panzarella takes 4, Phillip and Brandon take 2. So we should see here what we're gonna have happen. Here we go, lights off on the pace car. Next time by will be green flag. This is going to be Steven as your control car. Mark on the outside. Be interested to see what they can do on the old tires. First 2 rows. Old tires says, here we come to the green flag.
Green flag.
And here we go. We go early. Steven gets a good jump. Mark and Tommy are fine for P2 and P3. So here comes Lois to the inside of Alex Foster. So is Panzarella on the inside of Philip Beaver and Alex Foster. Three wide into 3. Panzarella on the inside, making it 3 wide. Here we go, white flag. Whatever. This is the last lap. Here we go. Steven in the lead. Panzarella takes 4th place. Trying to throw on the inside. Brandon Lois for 3rd. Squeezes him outside, pushes a little high. Drag race between 2 of them. Steven is coming to the checker flag. Panzarella gets a run. And it is Panzarella for the win of the first DDI Arca League as a huge wreck after the fact. What an ending. Unfortunate for Steven. As we'll go watch Panzarella do his burnout as Eric gives him a little love tap. So wait for Panzarella to do his burnouts. What an end of a race. That was insane. Panzarella from 4th place coming all the way out of 4 to get the win. Which we will pull up your race results now. Zach Panzarella, your winner tonight. Brandon Lois, 2nd. Close finish, 800ths. Mark Zabak, 3rd. Tommy Fox, 4th. Steven, 5th. Philip Bieber, 6th. Christopher Kylegill, 7th. Alex Foster, 8th. Phil Sanchez, 9th. Patrick Cowgill, 10th. Jerry Rose, 11th. Eric Amberl, 12th. Joshua Nunes, 13th. Joe C. Quinn, 14th. Jacob Mayu, 15th. Jordan Finnegan, 16th. Brandon McLaughlin, 17th. Lucen Thompson Parameter, sorry if I messed up your name, but 18th. John P. Smith, 19th. Brandon Steele, 20th. Eddie, 21st. Daniel Young, 22nd. And Daniel Palmer, 23rd. Rounds out your finishers. What a race. That was quite an ending. But we'll see if we have anybody waiting for an interview. As we do have your race winner, Zach Panzarella, here. Talk me through the end.
Let's go.
Talk me into that race. That was insane.
Oh my God, man. Okay, first of all, that might be the most fun I've ever had. First, definitely in that race car, you know that. But maybe in a race ever. Yeah, I got to give credit to guys I was running in Discord with, the Cowgills, Gambrel. All of them are the ones who convinced me to save that set of tires at the end of the race. That was torture. Halfway through the race, you know, just getting eaten alive. But yeah, when that, I don't know why that last caution came out. It sounded like Cowgill got loose or something. But yeah, I was just cruising to a 2nd place finish. Lolis was lights out at this track, long run, like he always is, had nothing for him. And then, yeah, get to start in 7th and just went for it, honestly, just absolutely went for it. Went into 3 and 4 thinking like, I tried. It was fun, and I could not believe the run that 12 cut out of that corner.
Yeah, it was crazy. You went from fourth battling for a podium, the last podium spot, to fourth place. What a run there at the end. Talk me through your strategy for the night. It looked like y'all only took 2 tires on, I believe, that second caution. It looked like y'all dropped off a good bit, then had to pit again.
Yeah, I took 0. A lot of the guys took 2. I know Patrick took 2 after his incident, and I honestly thank God I had a teammate like that today to tell me that he didn't think it was the move. He didn't like the way it was making the car drive. His idea with taking 2 was hopefully to get some looseness out of this thing. It was so tight all day, and when just the track getting hotter, and as the day went on, it just got warmer and warmer, and made it so difficult to turn. But even 2 wasn't really the move, so it really was just saving that extra set just in case that caution came out. Because yeah, I did learn a lot to save, or what's it called, staying out, not taking tires when everyone else did, only with about 8-9 lap older tires, and that was enough for the guys like Lolis and Philip Beaver to just blow my doors off. So I knew the advantage would be huge. It was a matter of it happening or not, and it almost never does for me. So I can't believe it actually went my way today.
Alrighty, look forward to seeing you next week. Anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, big shout out to you, first of all. Doing a great job up in the booth. So stoked to have this league up and running. Big shout out to every single driver that showed up today. So excited to get this league underway. And the first thing I said to them after that first run was that is what DDIRL is all about. All the guys who weren't familiar, they know now just how amazing the racing is, how much respect is given, how clean and entertaining it is, and how good of a show we can put on. So I just couldn't be more proud of every driver in this league today, everyone who showed up for this exhibition. Massive shout out to all of DDIRL, everyone who ran the truck series last season as well. Everyone in the VRN team that definitely lit the fire under our butts to get this league underway. Wanting to get it on our network means so much, and seeing it come to fruition just like the truck series is truly surreal. So cool, and the coolest part always is the broadcast. So again, thank you so much. So cool hearing you up in the booth. Can't wait to see what you and Michael do once the season gets going. I know you'll have some awesome special guests, but just massive shout out to Daily Drivers Inc. We'll be over in Arizona this weekend, actually on Friday, NASCAR Championship weekend. We will be just down the street for a car meet. So after the truck race, come check us out. We'll be over in Mesa doing a trunk or treat. Bring your kids, get some free candy, and check out some amazing cars in a safe and awesome environment. And yeah, massive shout out to the entire DDI team. Love all you guys. Love all you guys over at VRN, everyone in this league, and all the sponsors that make this network possible. Means a lot. Love all you guys. Let's go! How about that, man?
That was awesome finish. Well, look forward to see you more this upcoming week and this upcoming season.
Thank you, sir. You guys have a great rest of your night, and you enjoy the Premier Cup show. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, we will. Patrick, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was unfortunate ending. You had speed all night. Talk us through kind of your strategy for the night.
I had no idea what was going to happen going into this race because this is my first time driving this car. So I was just kind of winging it.
Well, that's a strategy by itself, but you had speed all night. Unfortunate. Looked like you just kind of got on the wall and came down, and it's just unfortunate where Philip was there at the end.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for hitting him there because I think he had a good chance at a top 5, and I think I knocked him down to like 6th or 7th or something like that. So I apologize to him for taking him out.
Well, anyway, you we finished P10, which isn't the worst top 10 finish for the first race. How are you looking towards Old Atlanta next week?
Well, I like Atlanta. It's used to be one of my really good tracks. So hopefully it ends up being one of my good tracks for this car.
Oh, sounds good. Anybody you like to shout out tonight?
Yep, everybody that works at DDIRL that puts this league together. Obviously couldn't do it without them. You for running the broadcast tonight, because I know that that's got to be tough doing it by yourself. And I also gotta thank my sponsor CTN and MB1 Connecting here. Oh, and my wifey for letting me race.
Gotta give the shout out to the wife. Not sure how that would end if you did it. But
Right.
we all love her for letting you race, and I know I enjoy watching you and learning a little bit from you. Well, alrighty. Look forward to see you next Monday at Old Atlanta.
Yep. See you next week.
See you next week. Alrighty, that was the first preseason race of the DDIRL Arca series. Was a fun one, crazy ending, but we are at Old Atlanta next week for the second. For the second preseason race. But tune in about, I want to say about 30 minutes from now, we will have the MRL Cup Series live. Please go tune into that. Please give us all the support you can. But this was Hilltop Bullet bringing you DDRL Arca. Hope everybody has a good night. And